They have felt left behind by women their own age, and now they're terrified other men are also going to leave them behind. So what they're really doing is trying to keep all these other men and boys down with them, and it's like, no, let them go, man. It's your problem if you've got, don't gaslight everyone into thinking you're normal. You don't look happy. Like, why are you screaming on your podcast? There's pills for that. Go talk to a person in an office. There's therapy for that. But instead, no, let's normalize the subjugation of women because we're telling men that they're too inept to grow.
The content's terrible, but the intent of talking to young men that are lost is valuable. But we just need better voices talking to young men. There's a positive side to masculinity, and we're not talking about that. We need to empower young men.
I thought he challenged a lot of beliefs that needed to be challenged. He really just let them speak for themselves and kind of let them hang themselves out to dry. What was really shocking to me is they don't even believe the shit they say. It's like they say all this toxic shit about men, but they don't believe it. They're just doing it so they can get young children to sign up to like a cause and make money off of them.
I don't know much, to be honest. I know that there are some quite controversial figures there, mainly online.
Not much really about the Manosphere. I'm not really in that world, thankfully.
There's just horrible men who hate women. I think a lot of it's just like internalized homophobia.
Andrew Tate, he shows off like toxic masculinity and he hates women.
I know like a bit and also like not too much. Like it pops up on my feed, for example.
Just like clips and things like that of them saying like misogynistic stuff.
I get videos like, sometimes it's just like pure videos of like Andrew Tate, like how he's living life and like whatnot, like kind of like promoting himself. He said something like inspiration about like a relationship where it's like, oh, all it takes is like people to drop their ego and like forgive. So I'm like, I agree with that. But like, of course, like other things I wouldn't like say so.
I have a little brother, he's 9, but like it's kind of scary because like I don't want him to fall into that community of men.
We need to do everything to try and stop it or to try and get them to realise what the hell they're doing. And we've come a long way and then we seem to be going back. So they need to be enlightened again. We need an enlightenment moment again to realise that you can't think like that. We need to have better role models in society, better male role models.
Content creators like Wizard Liz and like Andrew Tate, they don't really teach you to work together. I think what's important is to work as a community. They don't teach you that, and it just pushes people further away, like towards hatred, towards like other gender or other community and whatnot. And I feel like that's the wrong mindset.
The far right leaning of them is for me very concerning because far right is not really for women's rights and very much masculine view on politics, which is something that I think our society should get over.
Men don't want to show emotions or show any vulnerability, so they kind of go the complete opposite direction. At least like they have community. I think that's what's appealing about it, is that these men have community in these like toxic masculinity things, but it's unfortunate that they can't find community in other ways.
Not all masculinity is toxic, I would say, but it depends like how you view things as well. This like masculinity, for example, it's like the way it's generated is like from experiences you have learned and this and that. Some people take those experiences a bit too harshly and use it against others, which is when I would say it becomes toxic.
Like when I think about like what it means to be a good man, I think about like it's corny, but like Luke Skywalker, because like he wasn't the strongest, but like he fought for the right thing. To me, that's what being a man is about. It's fighting for the right thing. And I think anything like that says, oh, you need to be a man, you need to like sleep with a bunch of women, I think it's all bullshit. Because maybe we don't offer the alternative enough, and that's why a lot of young men go the other way, because they don't know there is an alternative.
Honestly, I would say imagine if someone was doing this to mum or me. Just put yourself in my shoes.
I've got 2 16-year-old nephews who are around that sort of time. One of them wants to go into the army, so I think that's a good thing because they can channel, can't they? So I'd suggest doing that. I'd suggest actually we bring back national service because then they'll learn in a different way properly, I think, and stop looking at all this nonsense on social media. And they need to have real friends in the real world. They need to be more sociable. They need to go out and do whatever they need to do to get on in life that way rather than living in their bedrooms looking at the internet or playing games.